Hello, hello, my lovely Aries, and welcome to Vivid Vibration Tarot. My name is Christina, and I'm going to be doing y'all's read for the upcoming month of November. Hope y'all are doing well. Let's see what's going on with my Aries. The comment came out again. The Leos. Oh my goodness, y'all just witnessed me shuffle these cards. Aries. Please keep in mind these readings are general. Roles can be reversed. Gender is neutral. Energy is fluid, which is to say the story could resonate in the opposite way of what I'm telling it. Like roles, like you're on the other side of the story. Okay, so far we have the apocalypse, the dead end, the father, the comic, the ocean, and the womb. Well, Aries, I mean, I guess the apocalypse and the dead end and the comic and the ocean, I mean, this is almost like half of the Leos read. So I don't know if y'all are dealing with some Leos, or maybe it's just that fire energy that is going through this motion right now. But this comes with the idea of having reached an end, having experienced a massive ending, and, you know, coming out of the dead end. You know, it's almost like the only way out is to burn it all to the ground. Consider it burned. Now I'm free. Insert Tom Petty. And then you have the father, and this is the idea of like being on a pedestal and falling down and like not being who you, or not being seen as in the same manner that you had been viewed previously, right? So Aries, I feel like the comic here is just this idea of like skipping over it, not missing a beat, you know, like moving forward and you know, just kind of stepping over all of the things that have been. And I want to see for you, that's really been this idea of falling from a pedestal, of feeling like somebody had you up high and then you came down low. Or even that could be you, you know, like just your own ego, which, you know, I mean, not to, it's just take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But, you know, just thinking really highly of yourself and then feeling like, wait a second, how did all of this occur? And then not really feeling all that great about yourself, you know, and just kind of feeling like, wait a second, who am I really? You know, like, was that because of me? You know, and I think part of that is wanting to figure it out. You know, this kind of, I feel like there's this idea of like, I want to figure out how I can bring it back into balance and bring healing. I don't know if this is just for yourself or if this is for you and another person. But in all sincerity, I do kind of get the feeling that there's this idea, I mean, you have a very big juxtaposition here of being trapped in an ending and being, you know, birthed and protected in a state of balance. And I think maybe at one point in time thinking that you were one thing and discovering that you were capable of the other. Not necessarily that that's who you are, but just that if you are constantly reacting in this you like knee-jerk manner, you don't create an environment where people feel safe, yourself included. So that's what I want to say there for my Aries. Let's shuffle these two, see what we get. Nine of Swords, fullness of understanding, oh my god, okay, you guys have like a ton of cards. The first one that came out was the Nine of Swords. I wonder if y'all aren't dealing with a Leo, some of y'all. Okay, so we have the Hermit in the World, and the Fool, Santa Muerta, which, I mean, again, what I was saying before is that idea of like seeing how maybe you've had how you've had impact on the way your environments have played out, right? It's the idea of like, oh, wait a second. I thought I was up here and then I was down here, and now I kind of see why that is. But now that I can see that, I can pull myself up out of all of this to really move forward toward my new beginnings with my new understanding. Therein creating a safe environment that is present with a balance that was previously non-existent. And I think seeing it, I mean, the Queen of Swords is just she's no bullshit, like she's a straight shooter. She does not beat around the bush. She will tell you how it is. And Aries, I love y'all. Y'all are the essence of that, right? You won't bat an eye to tell somebody how you think or why you think it, I love it about you. But sometimes you have to exhibit that in a self-reflective manner. And I kind of also get the feeling that's what's going on here, is just this idea of like self-reflection. Because you have the Hermit with the World, and again, it's that idea of how did I play into it, and how is it that I can make sure that moving forward, I'm not bringing these ends, I'm creating new beginnings with a better understanding. Because it seems like that's what you're wanting to do. I mean, it's Santa Muerta's rebirth, life after death, and the Fool, I mean, is the, like you're ready to set off, you're ready to do it. You have a better understanding now of why you were making the decisions you were making and how it was holding you back and why it brought a lot of end. And now I know, now I know, okay, I got it. Like, I see how out of balance I was. And I also see how to bring myself back into balance. And that's what you're doing. I love it. Okay, Aries, go ahead. All right, let's see. We get some more cards here for my Aries. The Devil, the Hanged Man, and the Two of Cups. So if this, which I want to say this is self and others, but it doesn't, I feel like this is very heavy, Aries, on you and your self-revelations and your understanding of self and seeing yourself very differently and seeing how you may have played the part that brought you down into all of this. And having that understanding is allowing you to, I want to say, just shift gears. Like this all feels like just shifting gears entirely. If I was doing titles, I would title this one Shifting Gears. Okay, let's, the Leo's read so much longer. Okay, let's see. Do some Hidden Realm for my Aries. Let's see what we get. The Five of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the King of Swords. Which, the Five of Cups is just this feeling emotionally under attack, just not knowing where your next, you know, like where it's going to come from next, you know, like it's like how many different areas of life am I going to feel this in, you know, just kind of that overwhelming feeling. And then, you know, again with this making decisions, you've got the Queen of Night, fuck, Queen of Swords and the King of Swords here. You know, so counterparts. Aries, it could very well be that you have, you know, somebody who you've been in a relationship with in the past that you are, I think, maybe coming to this relationship with a whole new understanding. I mean, and in turn, breaking yourself free from maybe a habit of behavior, and taking, you know, like the good of it all, and really just the Fool is, I love the Fool. It's such an Aries card, but it's that idea of just like, you know what, come what may, I'll never know if I don't find out. Let's do it. You know, but it doesn't feel, I mean, it doesn't feel as spontaneous as it sounds. You know, I don't think that this is, I think it's something that you've put a lot of thought into. It's just that you see things very differently than you did once upon a time. And so you're approaching them very differently. And possibly bringing back to life a relationship that had been broken, or bringing yourself back to life and you know, being surrounded with people who match you and bring you into balance. They don't throw you out of balance. It's not a feed my ego and then drop me on my face. Aries, I love y'all, but sometimes flattery gets people everywhere with you, and this is not about flattery. You know, like I feel like this, the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, sorry, I'm just wagging my finger, y'all. The King of Swords and the Queen of Swords aren't about flattery, they're about honesty, and y'all are brutally honest. And so while you love to have your ego fed, but like who doesn't? No shame there, like no hate, no judgment, but like while you might enjoy that, it doesn't always necessarily lead to anything useful, because all it is a bunch of ego inflated, you know, like falsities. Not that the reason that they were giving compliments were false, just that if they're not coming from a place of sincerity, then they're coming from a place of manipulation. Which, oh my god, I feel like I just opened a can of worms. I hope that that makes sense. You know, not, I love you guys. But anyways, I feel like this person who you're dealing with, whomever this person is somebody who really gets you, because they're not there just like stroking your ego. They actually see you for who you are, and that is so much more than that shallow level, let me feed your ego type of energy that I think you were getting, that wasn't getting you anywhere. Sometimes I'm just like, I'm sorry. I don't mean to insult you. I hope you don't think that I was. I just, I'm just saying that it seems like what you're moving towards is something a lot better. The Bardo and Alithia. Oops, hello. Which again lends to the idea of like waking up to it all, understanding it for what it is, seeing it for what it is, and then, you know, really just holding it with a pureness of truth. You know, I mean, I feel like there is just this idea of, now that I know that sometimes when people are being nice, they're not doing it because they really think all of these really great things about me. They're doing it because I'm convenient for them, or they're going to use me for this, or you know what I mean? And you get caught in these relationships that aren't sincere in the way that I think you would approach the relationship, because you are, you know, like hard on your sleeve, honest about how you feel. You know, and sometimes when we're honest, we expect other people to be honest, but they aren't always honest, you know, and just, I think, recognizing the fact that sometimes the devil is terribly handsome, you know? And you can get sucked into things without realizing that you're being sucked into things. But I think in coming to that understanding and coming to that recognition, you're really freeing yourself up, and you're being able to move forward into, you know, this new world that's going to offer you a safe environment and really bring a lot of balance to your life. Wonderful things, Aries. I hope that this resonates with y'all. Thank you for sticking it out with me. Please like, share, and subscribe. Take care, much love, and I'll see y'all again soon.